Hello there, I'm going to show you how to make this. This is an English paper pieced cushion. If my English paper piecing on the front, I have a little lace detail, and then on the back there is a zipper, so I'm going to show you how to make this too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have hundreds and hundreds of sewing and quilting tutorials just like this one. The starting size of your cushion always depends on the inserts that you're going to be using. My inserts are always 15 inches, so I always go an extra inch. So I always do a 16 by 16 inch square. So what you're going to do for the front of your English paper piecing cushion is you're going to sandwich like a quilt. So you're going to get this section here. So you're going to have a piece of cotton on the back, 16 inches by 16, your quilt batting, 16 inches by 16, and then another piece of cotton on top of that, 16 inches by 16. Then you're going to have another 16 inches by 16 inches of cotton, and that is going to be for the back when we do the zipper later. And of course you will need a zipper that will extend longer than the 16 inches. I always like to work on my English paper piecing when I am watching television, some sort of TV show, and basically I will do all of my English paper piecing while I'm watching a show, so every single English paper piecing part I already have done. I will link in the video down below, and I will also have some cards scrolling at the top for any English paper piecing videos I think that you should watch. These hexagons that I'm working with today are 1.5 inches. I'm using two different fabrics of English paper piecing. This is the colour range of this one, this is a colour range of this one, and I am just going to stage all of my English paper piecing parts on my cushion. If you're going to do something similar to what I've done, you're going to need 32 hexagons. I have obviously done it in 3 rows, and I've also attached this lace. I think it looks really cute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these placement ones off. So I'm going to keep them in 3 different rows. And then what I'll do is I'll leave the one that I'm going to start with at the top there. And then I can just eyeball everything when I'm sewing it into place. I sew using a Babylock Soprano. I am not paid nor sponsored to create this video. In the top thread we have a regular polyester sewing thread. In the needle we have a 9014 Microtex sewing needle and also some white bobbin thread. These are my settings, and I'm going to put this pivot key on just because I like using it, and I'll show you what that does in a second. So right now I have my quilt sandwich, I have my cotton, my batting, and my other layer of cotton underneath that, and I am just going to stitch around my English paper piecing section. It's a bit like applique, so I'm just going to stitch this all the way around, and now that pivot key is really going to come into play here, because every time I lift my foot off the accelerator, my pivot key will automatically raise this foot up without me having to go around the back and do it. So there you go, it's lowered once again, then it'll raise up again. It's one of the reasons I like the Babylock Soprano. Once I have this one stitched into place, I'm going to get my next section and I'm going to stitch this one, but I like to keep a little bit of a gap on this style of cushion that I am doing. So I am just going to get this one lined up with the top English paper piecing part and put the second English paper piecing part just underneath, just leaving a hair of fabric so you can see. So once I've attached my English paper piecing into place, I'm just going to attach my lace. It's going to be about 2 inches over to the side of my English paper piecing. To attach my lace into place, I'm just sewing it straight down. Let's concentrate on the zipper. We're going to fold our other piece of 16 inches by 16 inches piece of fabric in half. And then we're going to cut it right along the centre. Now you do want a zipper that extends past the 16 inches, and also if these raw seams are going to bother you, you're either going to use a serger to get rid of these raw seams, or you're going to create a small hem by folding it over again and stitching that into place. With your zipper tape facing up, and by that I mean that this part here is going to be facing you, you are going to place that. If you've done a hem, you are going to place the hemmed part that you can actually see here. So that is going to be facing up so you can see it. I would recommend just switching over to your zipper foot and then just stitch everything into place. Once everything is stitched down, you're going to fold it over. So you are now looking at the zipper. And then your zipper tape is facing up once again. And you're going to put the second piece face down. So you've got this part here. And you're going to stitch all the way along. The next thing that I like to do here is fold both of these sections back. So we now have our zipper in place. And we are going to pull back these two fabrics, and then I want you to just top stitch this all the way down. Make sure that your zipper tape is lying flat on the back, and then just top stitch. What we're going to do next is we're going to take our cushion piece, the part with the English paper piecing on, and then you're going to take your zipper section. You're going to make sure that is laying face down, and you're going to notice that it's a little bit smaller than the actual main cushion itself, which is perfectly fine, don't worry about that. And then what we're going to do, first thing of all, which is very, very important, is that you're going to have to open this zipper, and then you're going to open it just enough that you're going to be able to flip it right sides out. Now that all you need to do is grip everything all the way around, and probably just grip the zipper into place as well so it doesn't move on you. And you're going to sew all the way around this cushion. If the raw seams bother you, then you are going to have to go over with an overcasting stitch, or if you have a serger, then you can just serge all of these. So once the cushion is finished, you can just open up the zipper and flip everything right sides out. And this is what my English paper piece and cushion looks like all made up. I'm really proud of it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for a lot more sewing videos on my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.